Okay, so y'all ever had that moment where you know, like, okay, so you walk into a situation, you hungry. You're not really hungry, but it's like the energy, you know, something in your gut telling you don't eat, but you eat anyway. And now my stomach hurts, but that pizza was so good. You know, that's the thing. Like my body tell me one thing, and then my mind tell me another. And my mind is like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. My stomach is like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurts. You know, I told you not to eat it, and you did it. Like, I be having a full-blown conversation with myself. My mind and my body, like, just be on two different pages. My mind and my stomach be on two different pages. But, yeah, my appointment went well with my psychologist. It really didn't go well because everything that he was telling me was just kind of aggravating me. He even asked me in the end, he was like, did any of this help you? He was like, do you think that, you know, we got somewhere today? I was just like, you said you got another client on the way, so I'm going to use that as, you know, you didn't have as much time with me because you had somebody else just like that. So since you had somebody else, I'm going to just say no. But I was very disappointed because the conversations that I be having on the outside, I wish I was having on the inside. So it's like a lot of people that I talk to on the outside, you know, be giving me advice and be helping me more than going to this appointment because I don't know, it's just a huge difference. Well, it helped me, but at the same time I be helping them, so it's like we helping each other. But it's just like the only advice he really gave me was you gotta have goals, you know, the affirmations, you know, and it's just like say positive affirmations, work out, like the same old. It's like I already know this, I already heard this before, and like what's different? You expecting change from me, but I'm at the same time I'm expecting change from you. That's just what it is. It's like going into the same situation expecting something different, and it's not nothing different. You know, it's like when you get a psychiatrist, what you look for is a place to really pour out everything. You know, a place to safely say what you want to say, what you need to say, what you can't say normally. But it's like you can't even do that there, you know? So I felt just held back. I felt like I couldn't really let go like I wanted to. And that's the thing, when you go into these places and see that psychiatrist, that's all you really want to do. That's what you expect from them. You know, you expect them to be your therapist in a way. Just like the guy on the one movie I was talking about, Dreams. He was sitting there and he was writing down everything about this guy. You would think like he would be a psychiatrist because he really listened to you. He really just let you talk, and that's basically what I need then. I guess I just need a therapist. But at the same time, it's just like you expect that from a psychiatrist, you know, because they're the ones diagnosing you for your mental health. The therapist isn't diagnosing you for your mental health. They're just sitting there talking to you. They're not there to prescribe you anything. So it's just like what I should be saying to the therapist is what I should be saying to the psychiatrist. And then, you know, it's on the psychiatrist to be like, okay, I feel like you need these pills, or I feel like you need this. You know, we really don't talk to our psychiatrist like that. But the thing I do like about him, though, is that he didn't recommend pills. He recommended that I read a book, and he recommended that I exercise. But with those two recommendations, it's just the start of what he can offer. So the fact that he didn't offer pills was, I like that about him, you know. He recommends he's always on the topic of exercise, and I was like, well, what I'm really nagging myself about right now is working. So he threw out some ideas on, you know, what I could do in work related. So he's nothing like my other psychiatrist. Like my other psychiatrist, when I was like younger, and I was, so when I was younger, my other psychiatrist, I won't say younger, I would say 18, 19. My other psychiatrist, he,
Got your food way over there, young lady?
that's not mine.
Stop doing what?
Huh?
I was gonna say, I know you ain't left your food way over there.
But, my other psychiatrist, I talked to him like, you know, regular. Like, I talked to him about everything because, like I said, when I first heard psychiatrist, me coming out of high school, we taught all of this other stuff about, like, what a psychiatrist is, how psychiatrists can help you mentally, and stuff like that. And I'm like, this sounds like a person I would love to talk to. It's like talk because I wanted to be I want to work in psychology, so I just kind of figured that that's what I was getting from a psychiatrist, a person like me. So I didn't get that. So it's like I went in there and I treated this person like a therapist. I treated him like a therapist. I poured everything out. I talked to him about everything, you know, and I ain't play it safe at all. He knew everything. So it's just like, everything that I was talking to him about, he was writing it down, and he prescribed me some pills. He didn't talk to me back. He didn't. That's just what it was, you know. And he gave me a therapist on top of that. So I was just like, wow. And the therapist didn't help me because what I was supposed to talk to the therapist about, I talked to the psychiatrist about. And I'm just like, when I got into the room with the therapist, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know, what I'm supposed to talk to you about, talk to him about. But yeah, it's just like everything was messed up because what I talked to the therapist about, the therapist was helping me with my caseworker. So it's just like, but it wasn't as I expected. So this time around, it's like, this time around, I wouldn't change nothing, honestly, because the difference is he's not taking notes. Well, not that I see. He probably take them after we talk, but he's more so of just giving me ideas, throwing stuff out there. He's engaging with me, you know. He's talking back with me, and we're both sharing our opinions, you know. He asked me, like, am I going to do this? And if I say no, he's okay with me saying no, but he really want for me to try. So I give him the yes, I'll try, but that's about it. It don't mean I'm gonna try. I'm really not going to, because everything that he says is just like, I heard it before, been there, done that. It is what it is, you know. So at this point, I'm cool. But I do like conversating, and I feel like that's what a psychiatrist should be. A psychiatrist should be a person you just conversate with. They get to know your mind and work with you like he's doing now. But next time we will have more time to talk. We didn't have much time to talk this time, but I just felt like I really just needed an emotional outlet. You know, emotional, when I speak emotional, mentally, my feelings mentally, my feelings spiritually, my feelings physically, you know, I just needed that emotional outlet. That's what I needed completely. And I couldn't get that because just like he said, he was like, do you think there was, you got everything out that you needed to say? And did you feel like I listened? I was like, no. What I feel like was that there was a lot of miscommunication between me and you, and I really wanted to talk to you more, just like you really wanted to talk to me more, but we was stuck on your next client. So I feel like the fact that he had been interrupted with my session because he said I had a client on the way, and once he said he had a client on the way, everything changed. You know, it's more so rush. So that's what I need. I guess I'm gonna just try. I'm supposed to have a therapist Monday. My therapist is supposed to be talking to me coming over Monday, and that's the thing, at my house. Like, I don't want to have therapy at my house, and that's what's kind of throwing me off. It seems like will you be okay with a therapist? But I know it's gonna be at my house. But it's kind of like when the missionaries used to come to my house, and we used to sit and we used to talk. So I guess it'll sort of be like that. But I really wish that my psychiatrist could have been my therapist. That's all I really wanted, you know. But with a psychiatrist, you only got so much time. With a therapist, you got all the time that you want. But that's what my idea. I had this ideal perspective of what a psychiatrist was, and just to let y'all know, that's not what a psychiatrist is. So before you get your hopes up and jump and, you know, go up in that office thinking like, oh yeah, I can be a